Good morning, it's Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey. Today I want to talk about the Habanero, lithium powered, battery powered soldering iron. We've had this for, I believe, 6 months now. If you look at it, it's pretty beat up because we use it, we put it through its paces. When I first picked it up, I was worried that it was too light duty and it wasn't going to stand up to the rigors of everyday use that we have here at the shop. But I gotta admit, it's done pretty well, and I'm gonna order 2 more just to have around. So our go-to is the Milwaukee M12 soldering iron. It's just because it's easy to warranty. They sell them at Home Depot. We keep a receipt taped to the bottom of each package because these things do break. It's basically because the techs use them wrong. They leave them latched on all the time and it burns out the filament inside. So it's abuse, but they keep covered under the warranty. So these things are basically lifetime warranty, but it's big, it's bulky, and you need multiple battery packs. Like the small battery pack doesn't get hot enough, so we normally use a larger battery pack, and it's easy to knock over. Huge size difference between the two. Then my trusty Aussie iron, which is my personal favorite, but unfortunately they're currently not offering this. They're having problems getting parts because of COVID. So I got word that they should be back in production soon, so reach out to Marty Dean. But this is my personal. I've had it for years. I've had it since it came out, and I love it. But if you could afford multiple soldering irons, I obviously have all of them. I personally use the Aussie iron every day. My techs and I use Milwaukee every day. We have 5 of them in the shop. But the Habanero is going to be a nice addition because it uses a micro USB to recharge. It recharges pretty fast. Charge lasts about a week under heavy use, which I was super duper surprised with. Then let's do a test to see how quickly they all heat up. So I'm going to go ahead, hold the on button, start my stopwatch, and see how long before the solder begins to melt. We're at 8 seconds, 12 seconds. All right, 18 seconds before we're ready to solder. Now it's fully hot. Let's see how well it saturates through this 14 gauge wire. Went right through it, no problem. So once it's hot, handles 14 gauge wire like a champ. See that? Takes about 20 seconds to heat up. Let's check the Milwaukee. I used a small battery pack because it wouldn't be fair to use a larger battery pack up against such a small soldering iron. So it's on. Let's start the stopwatch. We're at 11 seconds so far. 17 seconds. 24 seconds. So the Habanero is about 4 seconds quicker. And that's pretty impressive for something that's way smaller and thinner. But full disclosure, once it gets hot, it continues getting hot. And the solder flowed a lot more easily with the Milwaukee iron. But full penetration, saturation, soldered joint. Go ahead and latch that off. And price-wise, $110. With the battery, $150. Tool only, I believe it's $90. And the Aussie comes in most expensive at $300. So we're going to head reset, start. I'm gonna push the button. Both these other irons offer a latched. The Aussie does not. It's because the Aussie is not regulated, and it's already hot, and we're at 10 seconds. I actually want to do that over because I'm pretty sure it's less than 10 seconds. I wasn't paying attention. So let's let that cool off for a bit. The Aussie iron definitely gets the hottest, the fastest. Some people complain because the button's not latched, so it only maintains the heat while you have your finger on the button. That's a non-issue to us because if you prep all your wires beforehand, that tip's gonna stay hot for a while. I'm not gonna redo that. But this is obviously the most powerful. It's an aluminum body. It's super heavy duty, but I haven't had my finger on the button in over a minute, and it's still hot enough to solder. So I'm going to reheat that up, and of course it penetrates right through in seconds. So obviously the Aussie iron is the most powerful, but it also costs 3 times more than Habanero. This is definitely commercial grade. This thing's been dropped. You can see how it's all chipped up. I would rate this one consumer grade. We'll call it consumer grade plus, because we have been using it. You can tell it's been dropped and dragged. I hope somebody didn't run it over. And took a licking and kept on ticking. So I'm gonna order a couple more of these just to have around the shop, just because they're so small and convenient. You can charge them with a cell phone charger. They get really hot. And then in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna make a video of the other one that they offer, which is a plastic repair. It's like a hot staple. It works really good. I actually like that better than this. So when you're doing Metro dash kits and they don't stick together properly and then the side arms fall off, you can go ahead and hot knife the side of it to permanently bond the 2 pieces of plastic together without having to use glue. So that's pretty good. I would like it if this tip was a little bit smaller. Like, this tip is oddly shaped. I like using the flat tip the most, and this is their version of the flat tip. So the solder gobs up on there a little bit, but it's a really, really good piece. If you could afford multiple irons, buy all 3. The Habanero comes in an awesome carrying case. So it's molded in, it's got your little stand, it's got your tip cleaner, it's got your different tips. There's your pointed tip. Larger pointed tip. I like the flat tip because I like to get under the wire and just feed the solder in. So it heats up a larger section of the wire, works better for remote starts. But hope that helps. Reach out to Chris and get yours. Put a link to the website and the Facebook page. Hope this helps. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, so if you need a soldering iron that's portable, something you can plug into your cigarette lighter in your car and recharge it, you probably already have the charger in your car from almost everything you use is a micro USB. So it's pretty awesome to know that you'll always be able to solder, especially people that are doing mobile stuff, because if you have the Aussie iron or if you have the Milwaukee, if you don't have an AC adapter and your charger with you and your battery goes dead, you're done. At least with the Habanero, any USB port in the car and cell phone charger, you're good to go. So obviously we have just about every soldering iron on the market in the shop, so we're fortunate in that way. You just have to pick the one that works for you. But as far as portability and size and power, Habanero gets 2 thumbs up. It's pretty. I didn't think it would last me this long. I've been using it for a few months, but I didn't drop it. Saul dropped it, and looks like he scraped it across the damn highway. I want to choke him for that, so I'm gonna have to give him this one and order myself another one because I like my stuff mint. But he's put it through its paces. The thing's pretty solid. I didn't think it would hold up, but it held up really good. The soldering iron's cool, but I can't wait to show you guys the plastic repair kit that I like even better. That thing's amazing. I can't believe how quickly it heats up. So hope this helps. 2 thumbs up for me on this soldering iron, and talk to you guys next week. Okay, so in closing, $50 for a soldering iron as portable and as high powered as this one is an unbelievable deal. It is literally 6 times less expensive than the Aussie iron and 3 times less expensive than the Milwaukee M12. Even if you get the tool alone on the M12, which makes it unusable because it doesn't have a power supply, it's still half the price. So I think it's a no-brainer. At $50, everybody should own one. So it's $50 just for the soldering iron, $110 for the complete soldering iron kit with the tips and the plastic welder attachment.